Hey guys, it's me Dihanna and welcome back to Dihanna's World. In today's video, I will be doing my 2020 Netflix recommendations. So since most of us are still in quarantine and we've probably watched The Vampire Diaries at least 5 times, I feel like we should be watching different shows. So I'm going to give you guys my recommendations. But before we start, make sure you guys follow all of my social medias at Dihanna's.world and make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bells so you can be alerted every time I post and you won't miss a single video. Now, let's get started. So, the first show that I recommend is All American. I also did a review on All American and Outer Banks on this video. So, make sure you guys go scroll down and you guys can see it on my TV show and movie reviews playlist. But All American is basically about this football star Spencer James, and he grew up in not a very good neighborhood. So this coach from a good neighborhood from the suburbs wants to take him to the school in the suburbs so he can get more opportunities and one day live his dream of playing in the NFL. So if you're a sports fan, this is definitely a show for you. If you like teen dramas, this is definitely a good show for you. So I give this show a 10 out of 10 and I definitely recommend it. So the next show that I recommend is Dear White People. This show is actually a Netflix series and it has 3 seasons/parts. It's basically a show and it's for people to understand what black people go through. So it's kind of like black people's point of view for life. So if you aren't black and you want to understand what black people are going through and you want to get a better understanding on why we're outraged and why we're rioting and why we're protesting, then this is definitely a show for you to watch. And if you're black and you want to be educated, then you can definitely watch the show too, because they have a few fun facts about black history in the show. And it's also funny at the same time, so it's entertaining. So I definitely recommend this show and it's a 10 out of 10 for me. So this next show just had its series finale and it is 13 Reasons Why. I only recommend this show to people who can handle a lot at one time because the show is really sad and it brings awareness to what's happening in the world right now, but it's definitely for mature audiences. So I only recommend this show if you can handle big things because it's definitely very sad and it will make you sob your eyes out. So I definitely do recommend this show, but only to mature people. The next show that I have on here is No Good Nick. This show is so underrated and I don't know why it's so underrated because it is so good and I wish they had more seasons/parts. This show is basically about this girl and her dad's in jail and her mom's dead, I think. And she goes to try to get adopted by this family who kind of took away her dad's business and made her dad go to jail. So she tries to get revenge on them by making them adopt her, but she falls in love with the family and then she doesn't want to hurt them. So she kind of just like, she's two-sided. Like, she loves the family, but at the same time this is the same family that took away her dad's job and is the reason that her dad's in jail. So it's just a really good show. If you like teen dramas, then this is definitely a good show. It's also really funny and I just absolutely love it and it's a 10 out of 10 recommendation. So this next show kind of reminds me of No Good Nick and it's also a Netflix series. It's called The Expanding Universes of Ashley Garcia. It's basically about this teenage girl who's super smart and she wants to go to this science camp, so she has to move in with her uncle, and her uncle's also the football coach of the school that her uncle's also the football coach of the school that she has to go to get in the program. So like, it's this really cute football player that she likes, but he kind of likes someone else and she's trying to like change him because he's a jock. He's kind of a brain dead jock and she really likes him. And they definitely left us on a cliffhanger at the end of season 1/part 1. So I'm definitely waiting for a part 2 of this show. So Netflix, please put out part 2 ASAP. And for me, this is a 10 out of 10 recommendation, and it's so underrated. I don't know why, because it's really, really good. So the next show that I recommend is The Flash, and this is actually a DC show because The Flash is DC. I haven't finished watching the show, but I'm on season 2, and it's a really good show, and it's just a really good show, and I definitely recommend it for all the superhero nerds because it's a superhero show. So yeah, it's really good, and I definitely recommend it if you're a superhero type of person. So the next show is also kind of like The Flash. It's a DC superhero show, and is it DC? Anyways, so the next show is a superhero show just like The Flash, and it's called Supergirl, and I'm so happy they made a Supergirl show, and I'm so mad that I didn't watch this show earlier because it is really good. And not to mention that Kai Parker from the Vampire Diaries is on it. So, you know, that kind of made me want to watch it. And girl power because Supergirl, like, why did it take them so long to put this out? And, you know, girl power, girls rule the world. So superhero fans definitely watch this show. So the next recommendation is actually a movie, and it's SpiderMan Into the SpiderVerse, and it is so good. I've probably watched it at least 5 times. It's so good. The soundtrack is so good, and I relate to the main character so much. Like, he's an outsider. He's kind of weird, but not weird, and you know, he's just an outsider. He doesn't really fit in anywhere, but he's also really cool at the same time. And he became Superman, and he's trying to adapt to that. And he also likes this girl, and she's like Spider Girl, and she like helps him through it, and it's just a really good movie, and I definitely a 10 out of 10 recommendation. So the next recommendation is also a movie, and it's based off of a true story. It's based off of a NFL player who passed away, but it's like his, oh, did I even say the name of the movie? Well, the name of the movie is called Greater, and it's based off a true story of this guy who was in the NFL or whatever, and he loves God and Jesus, and he's a Christian, but he doesn't really fit in with anyone because he's also a walk-on for football, and he doesn't really fit in with anyone. Nobody really fits, and nobody really likes him in the beginning because he's kind of big, and he loves Jesus and God, and he doesn't fit in with the other kids because he doesn't want to do what they're doing. And he has to like learn to adapt to the college lifestyle, and then he does adapt to it, and then makes it to the NFL. But I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you guys, so I definitely recommend this for everybody to watch, and it's a great family movie. And my sister has watched this movie over 10 times, so yeah, and she's 8. So yeah, I definitely recommend this show. So the next show that I recommend is Alexa and Katie, and it's such a great show, and I love it. It makes me sad, and I wish that I had a best friend who would shave their hair for me if I was going through cancer, and I just love this show. I love the friendship. I love everything about this show. It's a 10 out of 10 recommendation, and season 4 just came out. So if you guys want me to do a review on the show, make sure you guys comment down below. So yeah, I definitely recommend this show. So I would recommend this show because it's kind of me. It's called The Rap Game, and only one season of it is on Netflix, which I'm not sure why, but it's a really good show, and I'm a rapper, so it would be my dream to even go on there and watch it. So I mean, if you're a rapper, then you probably already watched this show, but I feel like all the kids on there are so talented. So, I mean, I recommend it for myself. But if you want to go watch it because, hey, one of them can turn into your favorite rappers because they're all good. So, I definitely recommend this show. So, yeah, go watch it. So that is it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what videos you guys want me to do next. Follow my TikTok and Instagram at Dihanna's World, and make sure to be yourself. Bye guys.